Hello and welcome to the last in the series of BRI Ferrier updates on the proposed small business insolvency reforms. My name is David Coyne and I'm the principal in BRI Ferrier, and I'll be providing a brief wrap-up of what we've gone through over the last series of videos. The legislation and rules of regulations have all been published and with very short consultation periods, and is now currently before the Parliament. It is anticipated that this will come into effect from the 1st of January 2021, which is less than 4 weeks away. The objective of this legislation is to provide a quicker and cheaper process for SMEs, small or medium-sized enterprises, to restructure their finances, or if they cannot do so, to have a quicker and cheaper liquidation process. This is a laudable objective because the common complaint we receive is that the current voluntary administration and liquidation process costs too much and takes too long. And that current system is a one-size-fits-all. The voluntary administration process applies whether you're Virgin Airlines or a small one-man business. It's highly regulated and process-driven, and that leads to the cost and the delays that are incurred. So with the new process, the key eligibility tests are that all employee entitlements must be up to date and must remain so. All tax returns and federal returns must be up to date as well, and the company must have less than 1 million in total liabilities. This includes monies owing to the director and any related associated entities of the director. I'll come back to that issue later on. The directors decide to put the company into this small business restructuring and appoint a professional to assist them. They have 20 days then within which to come up with the plan, and it's then presented to the creditors. The plan will provide for the payment of monies to the creditors over a period of not more than 5 years. So it is effectively a deferral of the debts that they have and entering into a payment plan with them during that period. There are a couple of issues that I see with it, and one being the conflict that there will be between the directors and the company. A lot of small and medium-sized businesses, the owners are the directors, and they have all of their personal finances tied up in the business. They may well have given a mortgage over their house to secure funding for the company from the banks or debtor finance companies. And therefore there may well be situations where what is beneficial for the creditors and the company will not be beneficial for the directors, and they may end up in conflict with the restructuring professional that they have there. The fact is that the related party claims are included in the $1 million, but then they're not allowed to vote when we come to voting, may also cause some concern for the directors. The vote to approve the plan is based on the value of the creditors that actually vote. So it's purely down to, if you get more in value of the creditors voting in favour of the plan, it goes through. If you get less voting in favour of it, it fails. And given that the related parties may be a significant part of the $1 million, they're then excluded from the voting process. But the Australian taxation, which is also likely to be a large creditor, will be there and will probably be the dominant creditor in the voting process. It will be very interesting to see what the ATO's attitude is in 2021 and going forward. There are some potential issues that I see, and a simple one is it's not clear yet as to if all creditors are bound by the plan, even if they haven't received notice of it. It may well be that the company's records are not fully up to date, and therefore certain creditors are excluded and will come to light at a later stage. That's something that will be resolved as we go through it. Another issue that needs to be dealt with is the common structure in Australia of a corporate trustee and a trust. There's been significant litigation in Australia recently in this matter in relation to liquidations and voluntary administrations. It's not spelled out in the rules and regulations as to how it will be dealt with now, and that is something again that will be dealt with as we go through the process. There is also a new class of liquidator proposed with less qualifications than current liquidators and purely to act in these scenarios. One of the issues that I see there is that they're allowed to pay referral fees to be introduced to situations where they get retained as the restructuring professional. That to me creates an obvious conflict of interest. Registered liquidators at the moment are prohibited from paying referral fees and must disclose all relevant relationships after they've been appointed. So in summary, I think the objectives of the government are laudable, and hopefully this will work, but I'm concerned that some of the detail will cause this to be dragged through the courts and cause significant delays in this becoming an effective tool in the corporate restructuring market. Thank you, and wishing you the best for Christmas and the new year.